Freddy, what's your biggest fantasy? Let me see your thick bones.
Well guys, today's video is gonna be a pretty icky and uncomfortable one, so I hope you're ready for that, because it's too late to click away now. You're in it with me. I believe that I have found the most disgusting child exploitative content farm ever seen on YouTube. Now real quick, before we hop into this, gotta send a quick message to YouTube. If you guys restrict this video in any way, I'm gonna lose my mind. I have looked at every single video we're gonna be watching today, and none of them are restricted in any way, okay? So if you restrict this video, we're gonna have an issue, okay? What's that issue gonna be? Not really sure, because I have no course of action if you do restrict this video, but I don't know, I guess it's the thought that counts. Now look, it is no surprise to anybody that has spent a decent amount of time on YouTube that there are a lot of channels that exist solely to exploit the, God, this is an uncomfortable thing to talk about, exploit certain curiosities that children have. Okay, can we leave it at that? Can we all know what I'm talking about by me saying that? Hopefully. Now, obviously, this is a pretty big problem. Now, kids are going to be curious. That's just human nature. You can't change that. What you can change, though, or at least try, YouTube, is to not allow adults to make videos to engage with these curiosities. Seems like the bare minimum, you know, but the bare minimum is rarely what we get on YouTube, and that leads to us having channels like Cougar Macdowall VA, a guy who makes sexually suggestive animations and comics, including almost exclusively characters that are marketed towards a younger audience, or have accidentally garnered a younger audience. Now I say this because I know some freak in the comment section is gonna say, well, actually, Has-Been Hotel and The Amazing Digital Circus, these are quite mature cartoons. They're not made for children. Yeah, I don't care, buddy. That's who watches them. Not exclusively, obviously. Okay, I know that. But these videos, yeah, they're not marketed towards the adult audience of these shows. If you trick yourself into thinking they are, you're just as bad as this guy, okay? So you might be thinking, all right, August, what are we dealing with here? Well, I would be glad to show you. Well, not really glad, but I'm going to anyways. I'm just gonna read some examples here that caught my eye, but honestly, you could just go onto this guy's channel and look at anything, and you're gonna get a pretty good idea of what's going on here. We've got Toy Chica's Creamy Freddy Fantasies, a classic. Pomni's Tentacle Tie-Up. Jax plays with Pomni's kitty from The Amazing Digital Circus. Now, I don't really remember there being a cat in that show. I actually haven't watched it yet, so there could be a cat, but we're not talking about felines in this title, okay? I'll guarantee you that much. Jax breeds Cowgirl Pomni and Ragatha. I feel like I'm probably on a list at this point, so why not keep going? Roxy's OnlyFans and Mangle's Foxy Fanfiction. Now, I'm just reading off the ones that have bad titles, but most of these have perfectly fine titles, but then the thumbnail is something like this. Gregory and Chica saved Glitch, Freddy, Roxy, and Monty. Pretty normal title. But then you've got Chica with a bulging situation in the thumbnail. So, you know. Now look, I'm kind of joking about it. I'm kind of making light of the situation, but this is literally this guy's entire channel. This is all it is. It is softcore at its most modest digital porn. All of the thumbnails are sexually suggestive at best. A lot of these drawings, I would just consider porn. Not just suggestive, it's just straight up porn. I mean, come on. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I scrolled down a little bit further than I did originally, and now I'm just finding genuine porn titles. This one is Demon Girlfriend Gets Cream Pied by Angel Wife. You can put the word cream pied in a YouTube title and not get age restricted, but my videos over on my gun channel, The Ballistic Bird, get age restricted? Wow, what an injustice. But we're gonna take a look at a video or two of Cougar Macdowall's and see what's really going on inside of these videos. Because obviously the title and the thumbnail are one thing. What are people actually seeing when they click on them? Now, this is not going to be the typical format we follow where we watch the entire video. I don't really want to do that in this situation, so I'm not gonna. I'm just trying to give you guys an idea of what these videos actually are. So, I guess we should start by giving Cougar Macdowall the benefit of the doubt, and let's see if this video that mentions a cat has anything to do with a lovable furry creature. I know my guess.
We can just run with it, I guess. If that's okay with you. Don't panic, don't panic, don't panic, don't panic, don't panic, don't!
Didn't exactly expect this from you, Clownface.
Is that a bad thing?
No, that's not what I meant. Interesting choice.
Do you want me to stop?
No, keep going, please.
Ah, yes, finger my mouth. What am I watching? This is worse than just hentai. Why am I doing this?
Okay.
Okay. That's enough of that one. We're stopping right there. I've seen all I need to see from this video. If you have children and they're into the amazing digital circus and they have unrestricted access to YouTube, this is probably the stuff they're watching. And that same thing goes for basically any other cartoon that's directed towards an older audience. Because while this is definitely the worst channel I've seen myself, there are many like it. This entire video is just riddled with scenes like that with voice acting, and there's no restrictions to watch this on YouTube whatsoever. But hey, look, maybe I'm making Cougar look worse than he actually is. Maybe something like Peach and Daisy versus Luigi's bisexual Bowsers would be a more family-friendly choice.
Oh, that was no dream. And welcome back, my dear Luigi.
Okay, never mind. Okay, well maybe something like Luna's Sloppy, actually, probably not. Okay, what about this one? I'm sure this will be a great video to play around the table at your next family reunion. Toy Chica's Glam Rock Casting Couch.
Alright, boys. Let me see your thick bones, and I'll pick the best. You too. Show me your bone. Oh, very impressive.
Okay, let's stop before I get my channel terminated, okay? That's 3 strikes and you're out, Cougar. You're a sick freak. I tried to give you the benefit of the doubt and you do this? Hey, FBI, if you're listening, I've got a house that you might be interested in. Look, I'm allowed to make jokes about this because I'm not the one making these videos, but on a very serious note here for a minute, do you know what kind of sick, twisted, perverted individual you have to be to make videos like this that you know are being watched primarily by children? I mean, this is genuinely disturbing if you really sit and think about it for a moment. Sure, it's funny to joke about, but this is actually kind of concerning. And you see this stuff all across YouTube, but as long as you don't directly acknowledge it, YouTube doesn't care. As long as nobody talks about it, YouTube won't do anything about these videos because they fall into just the right gray area that YouTube doesn't feel like they need to do anything because nothing is explicitly stated. But just you watch, okay? Seriously, because I'm talking about what's actually going on in these videos, in this video, because I'm not skirting around it, because I'm attacking it head on, this video will get restricted. Whether that be the monetization, whether it be an age restriction, it might even get striked. But none of these videos that I'm talking about will, because nothing is stated explicitly in those videos. It's a workaround you see all across YouTube, and for some reason it works, and that's why all of these channels are allowed to exist. YouTube will parade as a child-friendly site, but they will do absolutely nothing about these channels. But a video where I talk about streamers making fake clips of them putting a fork into a toaster gets age restricted because it's too dangerous for the common audience of YouTube. But a POV roleplay video that depicts a character from a franchise that is pretty heavily marketed towards kids being on the casting couch is fine. And if you want to say that Five Nights at Freddy's isn't for children, whatever, you can say whatever you would like. That doesn't change the fact that that is who these videos are marketed towards. If you don't believe me, go and check out the comment sections on any of these videos and tell me if you can honestly convince yourself that adults are writing any of these comments. You won't be able to, I promise. Well guys, I hope I haven't ruined your day, but if you're a normal individual, I'm sure I've gotten you close. It always just makes me kind of angry to talk about channels like this. Knowing that people are making a living off of exploiting stuff like this on the internet is not exactly a great thing to think about, but at least we get the comforting thought of knowing that nothing will ever happen to channels like these, so we don't even have to waste the mental energy of hoping. I guess that's better than nothing, right? Yeah, really grasping at straws here. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and walk on over to that subscribe button and touch it. It's free. It won't cost you anything. But for now, that's all I have for you today. Bye.